Hey, if you're new to getting into real estate or you're buying your first home today, you got to watch this video. I'm going to take you through what's the most important steps to take in order to find your perfect house for you. That's coming up next. Stick around. Priorities. That's what we're going to talk about today. And this has to do with first time home buyers, or actually any home buyer that may or may not know the process of searching for homes. Today, we're just going to talk about searching for homes and what points do we put first, what points do we do second, and how we go along to find that right house. I'm working with quite a few first time home buyers right now, and I'm seeing a couple of things I need to make adjustments with. A lot of them try to do it on their own with Zillow and some of the other paid advertisement sites, and there is some value to that. Those sites provide a lot of information, but I want to go back to the basics. What is the most important steps to take in order when you're searching for a house? And I'm going to start right off the bat with number one. Now, keep in mind, this is after you've become pre-approved for a loan, so we know kind of what price point we're working with. And what I typically see are people wanting to start looking at houses, but aren't looking at the number one thing, which is location. Location, location, location. There's a reason why people say that. Location is the most important thing when selecting a house. And if you're new to an area, get off Zillow, get off all the search sites and start driving in your car. You really need to understand the neighborhoods. You have to understand the areas. If you're here in Central Florida, there is a vast difference between one side of town to the other side of town, north, south, east, west. It doesn't matter. There's certain areas that some people gravitate to, and there's certain areas that people want to live in, whether it's urban, suburban, rural. That all has to be established well ahead of time, and that's just going to be old-fashioned. Get in your car, kind of drive the neighborhoods, drive at different times of the day, get to know what the infrastructure is for those neighborhoods. Do they have grocery stores? Do they have restaurants? Do they have what you're looking for? Do you want to be close to Disney? Do you want to be close to the airport? All of those things are extremely important. You really want to look at that first. Now we found the area that you're looking for. We got to boil it down just a little further into neighborhoods. We got to look and see if the neighborhood matches some of the needs or wants that you want or need as a home buyer. Does it match your budget? Is it a condo? Is it a townhome? Is it a single family home? Do you want acreage? All those things now come into play in the area that you want. So we're looking for those type of items. Once we have the neighborhoods, maybe we have 2 or 3 neighborhoods within that area that may work for you. Now we boil it down a little further. We're looking at specific houses in those neighborhoods. Do they back to streets? Do they back onto a lake? Maybe you don't want to live on a lake. Do you want to live back to back with a house? Do you want to live in a townhome end unit? All of these things are super important. Now, remember, we haven't even looked at the house yet. We're still looking at generally location. Please keep this in mind. It's a very important point. Now we're finding the houses that match our needs. It's got the right number of bedrooms, bathrooms. It looks to be in the location you want to be in. Pro tip, always look at a house from an overhead map view. And then if you're on Google, you can go to a street view as well. So you can look at the houses or the condos next door, see how the neighborhood looks before you even get into that neighborhood via car or with your real estate agent. Start looking at it. Make sure there's a comfort level in how the neighborhood looks and how the house looks next to the other houses. So you got to be comfortable with that first. It also has to match your criteria. So if we're looking for a 3-bedroom house, we've got to be looking at 3-bedroom houses that, again, fit your budget. We've got that in mind. The next thing we can start to do is look at photos of the house. It's, important that you like the house that you're picking, making sure it's got the flooring you want, things like that. But at the same time, and this is a very missed opportunity, is to take a look at your systems. You want to look at your roof. You want to look at your AC. You want to look at paint. All of those things can come into play, not really paint, but the other things can come into play with insurance. It can come into play if you're getting an FHA loan, depending on the inspection process. So all of those things need to be looked at ahead of time. Now that we're kind of narrowed everything down, this is the fun part. This is where we're looking at upgrades. We're looking at those stone countertops. Does it have an expansive master primary suite? Things like that. Those are the warm and fuzzy things that we look at. Keep in mind, those are the things we've looked at last. The mistake I see most first-time home buyers are looking at is those things are first. And you got to kind of draw yourself back from doing that. That's a big mistake, in my opinion, because you'll find that house that has all those upgrades and things, but it may not be in the neighborhood you're looking for. Now, keep in mind, we can always find what you're looking for in a house in a particular area. What I can't do is relocate an area because you like the house. Does that make sense? Anyway, this is the best, in my opinion, 24 years of experience, the best strategy to use to find the right house for you. If you do have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me. I'm glad to take you through these steps. If you're new to real estate or new to home buying and you want to get started in the process and you have questions, always feel free to reach out and we can get started with a call or a strategy session via Google Meet or even meet up for coffee just to kind of talk things through. I hope this was useful for you. I wish you luck as you're looking for your new exciting new home, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.